third grade and welcome back. I hope your winter vacation was amazing. I'm glad everybody is back. And we have left division in math and we are now into fractions. We've been discussing numerators and denominators. So to refresh our memory, tonight's essential question is how can we identify ways to make equal shares? For example, Sarah wants to share 2 cookies equally between herself and 3 of her friends. What are 2 ways the cookies can be shared? So you think of it as 4 friends sharing 2 big cookies. How could you divide those cookies into fractions of the cookies to separate them equally? Well, easy, the first one, right? Just cut them in half. You have 2 cookies and there are 4 friends, so you can just cut the cookies in half and each friend gets 1 equal half of the cookie, or the fraction would look like this, 1 half. Perfect. How else could you do it? Well, you could have a little fun with fractions and break the cookie down even more. Cut the cookie into fourths. So each cookie cut into fourths, you get 4 pieces, and each friend can have 2 of the equal pieces. If you look at these, here's 1, 2, that's for one friend, 1, 2, another friend, the third friend, and the 4th friend. Now your denominator has changed. Now your denominator is 8 because you have 8 equal pieces of the cookies. So 8. And each friend gets how many pieces? 2/8 of the cookies. That's what we said. Perfect? Excellent. Moving on, let's try another one. For example, 3 friends share 3 chocolate bars equally. What are some ways you can divide the chocolate bars, the candy bars, to get different shares? So, first way, easy, right? Kind of simple. 3 chocolate bars, 3 friends, each person gets a chocolate bar, right? So this would be each person gets 1/3 of all of the candy bars. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and if each person gets 1 chocolate bar, they get 1/3 of all the chocolate bars. But now, what if you want to divide the chocolate bars and play with fractions a little bit? You want to separate these chocolate bars into fractions of chocolate bars. How could you do that? Well, all right, just cut them in half again like we did with the cookies. If you cut them in half, each friend now gets 2 pieces of each candy bar because your candy bar has been split into 2s. So to find the denominator, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal pieces. Denominator is 6. How much does each person get? 2 of each piece. So your numerator is 2 out of 6 pieces. Easy. Let's look at one more way. Break it down again. Split the candy bars into thirds. Each person gets 3 out of 9 pieces. Numerator is 3, denominator is 9. So they get 3/9 of each chocolate bar. Pretty fun, right? Playing with those fractions. And, you can determine each time they're still getting the same amount, and we're going to talk about that. Those are called equal fractions, equivalent. They're still getting the same amount. Either they're getting 1 whole candy bar, or 2 parts of a candy bar, or 3 parts of the candy bar, but they're still only eating the same amount each time. It's the same amount. Those are called equivalent fractions, and that's coming up real soon. Lots of fun. All right. Tonight's exit ticket, develop a word problem where you separate an object into equal groups that represent equal fractions of the whole. That sounds confusing, but all I'm asking you to do is what we've done today. So if you have to look at the video again, go ahead, but play with the objects. See how many times you can fold a piece of paper or make different fractions of a whole. Give more than one example of separating the objects into like fractions. So don't just say I split them in half and it's 1/2. Go ahead and split them into thirds. Have fun. This is not going to be for a grade. We're going to play with it tomorrow, so just enjoy yourself.